So welcome back to Ego, the skill provider. As discussed with you earlier, I'm going for the part two of our IDM process. Okay, so it is all about building of your vocabs, right? So what is the process? The process is that I'm going to take you through some of the pictures, images. Okay, I'm going to put a pictures before you, an image before you, and you have to tell what will be the corresponding English word, and that's called learning vocabs. Okay, so this is the things I'm going to teach you today. This is something called IDM. Okay, IDM stands for image description method. We have already taken a few classes on this particular process. जो मैंने नुआ join करछंती, perhaps this is a new things for them, but don't worry, you can easily understand. Okay, so এই जो class टा मैं करूछंती, आपण समस्त कहबेनी who to whomever I'm going to ask the question, आपण से समय टिके आंसर देबे, because I want to make it interactive one. माने आपण खाली देखिबे मु कहबी, it's not about that. It should be a two-way traffic, right? You have to speak something. So आपण को जब मुझे पचारी, आपण you have to tell me like what exactly you are watching or what exactly you can see on your screen. Okay, so this is my first. What you can check it out. Assis is a question to आपण कोन ओडिया देखुचन कोन. What exactly you can see? Left side रे दीटा माने चित्र अछि गोटे आपण देखुचन, this is first one and the second one. आपण कोन देखुचन? Assis. Assis. Assis कोन. You say in Odia. If you know English, it's okay. कोन आपण कोन देखुचन?
Sir, ଏଉଛି ଗୋଟେ ପ୍ଲେସ୍ ଟାକୁ ସାର୍ ଲିପା ହଉଛି.
Okay. And what was the second one? Devjani ma, आपण कोन देखुचन पिक्चर? What exactly?
ସାର୍ ତାଙ୍କ ମୁହଁରେ କିଛି ବୋଳିଛନ୍ତି ରଙ୍ଗ.
Oh, fine. So what exactly you can see? ଯେ ଏଇଟା ହଉଛି ଗୋଟେ ନିତିଦିନିଆ process. This is a very daily affair in rural areas, not in urban places, but urban places ହଉଥିବ because I have never seen in Bhubaneswar. But what I can find it out in rural areas, ଆପଣ ଦେଖିବେ basically ଗ୍ରାମାଞ୍ଚଳରେ ଏଇ process ଟା ହଉଛି very look there ଯେ this is a cow shed and lot of cows are there, and ଏ ମହିଳା ଜଣକ କଣ କରୁଛନ୍ତି like no clean କରୁଛନ୍ତି ଆଉ ସେଠି ଲିପାଲିପି କରୁଛନ୍ତି, and this is perhaps a culprit. ଆପଣ ଦେଖୁଛନ୍ତି ସେ ଗୋଟେ culprit ହେଇପାରେ, ଯେ କି କିଛି ଖରାପ କାମ କରିଛି ଆଉ ଲୋକ ସେଟା ସହ୍ୟ ନ କରି କିଛି ମାସ ଆସି ତା ମୁହଁରେ ଗାଳି କିଛି ପୋଡ଼ି ଦେଇଛି। ତ ଏଇ ଯୋଉ ସିଚୁଏସନ ଟା ଟୁ କାଇଣ୍ଡ ଅଫ ସିଚୁଏସନ ଅଛି, ରାଇଟ? ସୋ ଗୋଟାଟେ ଗୋବର ଲିପା ଚାଲିଛି ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ ଜାଗାରେ ଲାଇକ ଜଣେ କିଛି ଗାଳି ପଡୁଛି। ଯଦି ମୁଁ ଲେଫ୍ଟ ସାଇଡ ର କିମ୍ବା ରାଇଟ ସାଇଡ ର ଇମେଜ ଟାକୁ ମୁଁ ଚାହିଁବି ଯେ ଆକ୍ଚୁଆଲି ସପୋଜ ମୁଁ ଦେଖୁଛି ଗୋଟେ ଜିନିଷ, ଆଇ ୱାଣ୍ଟ ଟୁ ରିପୋର୍ଟ ଇଟ୍, ଆଇ ଏମ୍ ଏ ରିପୋର୍ଟର ରାଇଟ ନାଉ ୱିଥ୍ ଇଗୋ ଟିଭି ଗୋଟେ ଅଛି, ମୁଁ ରିପୋର୍ଟର, ତ ମୁଁ କେମିତି ୟାକୁ ଡେସ୍କ୍ରାଇବ କରିବି? ଦ ରାଇଟ ଥିଙ୍ଗସ୍ ଅଲସୋ ରାଇଟ। ଓକେ, ତ ଆପଣ ଜାଣିଛନ୍ତି, ଲେଟ୍ ମି ଟେଲ୍ ୟୁ, ଯୋଉ ଜାଗାରେ ଲିପା ହଉଛି ଦ୍ୟାଟ୍ ଇଜ କଲ୍ଡ ଫ୍ଲୋର, ସେଟା ତ ଆପଣ ଜାଣିଛନ୍ତି। ଆଣ୍ଡ ଗୋବର ଆମେ କହୁଛେ କାଉ ଡଙ୍ଗ, ସେଟା ଆପଣ ଜାଣିଛନ୍ତି। ମହିଳାଙ୍କୁ ୱିମେନ, ସେଟା ଜାଣିଛନ୍ତି। କୋଉଟା ଜାଣିନାହାନ୍ତି? ଲିପିବା ପ୍ରୋସେସଟା ଜାଣିନାହାନ୍ତି। Am I right? The second one, you can say there is a man. Obviously किसी काली बोला है, you know ink or black color, सेटा जानते, but काली बोलिवा प्रोसेस टा जानना है, and that's the things I am going to tell. Okay, so this is my first one. What you can say? That is something called smear. That's the right verb you have to use. Smear. Smear means quote or mark something messily or carelessly with a greasy or sticky substance. Let me explain you. Quote or mark, quoting करिवा, quoting माने ऊपर पड़िबा जोटा। Okay, messily, what is messily? Without planned things. देखो तो right now आमे समस्ते सैलून जाउछंती बा ब्यूटी पार्लर जाउछंती बा आमे निजे भी किछि निजे अनेक गुडी like no cosmetic use करछंती। आपण जो cosmetic use करंती, that is always you are doing just like suppose you are taking some like any kind of conditioner, तो आपण आराम से ताको नै कि you are doing it in a rightful way, that means in a harmonically way, you are not putting like this, but जेतला आपण gobar lipanti, you are doing like this. And whenever you are trying to put somebody some ink over somebody or some faces, ଆପଣ ଏମିତି ଏମିତି କରନ୍ତି କି? और ଆପଣ ରଙ୍ଗ ଖେଳିଲା ସମୟରେ ହୋଲିରେ ରଙ୍ଗ ଖେଳନ୍ତି, ଆପଣ ମନ ଇଚ୍ଛା ବୋଳନ୍ତି ଏମିତି, so that is messily, that means not in order or carelessly, you are putting carelessly, you are not looking that ei jagare bajijibo sei jagare, you are not looking at anything, so that is careless with a greasy and sticky substances. Greasy means that is little bit ଟିକେ ବହଳ item ହେଇଥିବ, and sticky that you can stay for long. Okay, so his face was smeared with dye. Let me explain this example. Here the women is smearing the floor with cow dung, smeared with. The angry crowd has smeared the culprit with ink. So smeared with, smeared with, smeared. बोलिबा प्रक्रियाटाକୁ बा कोनोसी लिपिबा बोलिबाକୁ इंग्लिश रे कुआजे smear. Smear with something, smear with cow dung, smear with color. धरतु आपनको देहरे के काली लगेइ देला, आपण केमति कहबे, oh my god, what happens to you? Like, no, my friend Ashish just came and smeared a lot of colors on my face. Smear. So smear is the right word. Smear with cow dung, smear with ink. Okay, so two things you have to remember. It's smear with, that's the first one. Let me explain everything. I request everybody to mute it because some background sound is coming, and obviously the recording will not be proper. I cannot do anything. Okay, the next one, let me complete. I have taken 7 different words. So the first word is called smear with. With means with anything. It be cow dung, with grease, with ink, with the colors, anything. Okay, let me take you जदि आपनकर कि आपनको मुहरे कादुओ बोली देला, you can say somebody has smeared that, that over my face. Okay, so smear with something, right? This is the right things you have to use. आपण देखुछन, this is a very common things in Odisha. आपण देखु ना देला common things in Odisha. This happens most of the time. आपण देखु कि सेलिब्रिटी जतो ता ऊपर के काली मार पके दो, काली मार चलची माने विधानसभा बाहर हो. Basically this is very famous in rural and urban areas, and this is very famous also, but how to express them in English, that is called IDM. That means आपण गुले मु चित्र देखौची, गोटे इमेज देखौची, इमेज र एक्चुअल डिस्क्रिप्शन ता आपण जानो. So that is something called, the right word is called smear with. Smear means to coat something. Coating, आमे माटी ऊपर गोटे coating दउछंती, and you are also putting some coating over here, that is called smear with. Okay, the next one, what you can see? Okay, we can say, like, Ashok sir, what you can see? Ashok sir,
देखुची माने गोटे
phone रे जने
vividly गोटे
absolutely. ता माने कोन हेची, secretly जने लेडी किछि देखुछन, secretly एटा होची openly नो, openly ता आपण कवर खोली के देखितान. Suppose मो एटा पाठ पढौची, if somebody wants to check it out, he could have been come directly and check it out. आपण वर्तमान पढुचंती, आपण गोटे घरे निश्चय अवध करिक थिबे, कारण there are lot of people are there, and आपण टिके डिस्टर्ब न होआ पई obviously गोटे घरे थिबे, and somebody will come and दरवाजे रे टिके खोलिबो एवं पळेइ. So that is something called this process, or somebody is looking at and we will go away for some time. It's not for full time, it's for short time. The ei jo jinsa heichi, how to describe it in English? Ame kaiba looking secretly, or he is looking through the hole. Not exactly, that's not the right. And what is the right things? This is the right things, my friends. Peep through, peep through. The right things is the right vocab or the right phrases, the right verbs is peep through. To secretly look at something for a short time, usually through a hole. Upon what a hole bhitere, suppose anything like that. Suppose let me take a paper like this. Okay, so I'm putting like this. I'll just like I'll make a hole. Suppose let me suppose I am just making a hole over here. Okay, so let me make a hole over here, and I am trying to look at legs. So this is something called peep through. Okay, so this is called peep through. Okay, and as we suppose I am covered, this particular is covered. and I am trying to look through the hole. I am trying to look something is happening. And this is something called peep through. Don't say he's looking through hole. Look, that is, I already inform you. We have to speak the right with the right words. हमको right word use करिवार अछि. So what is vocabs? Vocabs के building up करिवे. ମୁଁ ଯେମିତି କହିଲି smear with, ଆପଣ କହିବେ sir ଏଟା ଆଉ କିଛି କୁହନ୍ତୁ. No, that's the right word. Please remember that. If you want to learn English, you have to learn certain things. So whenever you are trying to look something secretly through a hole, this is something called peep through. I saw her peeping through the curtains into the room. এটা ଆପଣ କରୁନାହାନ୍ତି କି ଆପଣଙ୍କ ଛୁଆ ପିଲା ଯଦି ଥିବେ, obviously if married, and ଆପଣ କଣ କରୁଛନ୍ତି, ଛୁଆକୁ ଛାଡି ଦଉଛନ୍ତି ଘରେ ପାଠ ପଢିବା ପାଇଁ, ମଝିରେ ମଝିରେ ଯାଇକି ଲୁଚିକି ଦେଖୁଛନ୍ତି ଆକ୍ଚୁଆଲି ସେ ପଢୁଛି ନା ନାହିଁ. If he is not studying, obviously you are going and banging him up. For what you are doing? I have just seen you that you are not. So you will, how do you know? I am peeping through. I am peeping through the hole. So like that. Look. So I saw the peeping through the curtains. Like like no gote ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ ଶୀତ ଦିନ ହେଇଛି. You are just putting a blanket over you. ମାନେ blanket ପକେଇ ଦେଇଛନ୍ତି, କମ୍ବଳ ପକେଇ ଦେଇକି ଆପଣ ବି ଲକ୍ଷ୍ୟ କରନ୍ତି ଭିତରୁ. So anything that you look secretly through a hole or through a proportion, like that, anything. Okay. So that is why I have given something called, this is somebody, say woman is or a girl is looking secretly through a hole. Basically, that is a secret thing, and you cannot stay for long. You have to look for few seconds, few minutes, like that. You have to come back. So exactly what exactly is happening. So that is the right word. Is called peep through. Okay. The second word for today you are going to learn, that is something called peep through. Okay. Right now, this is my third one. Okay. Anybody? Bhaktikan sir, कुहतु आपनको माने स्टूडेंट मान तो एमती होती है मते कुहतु एक्चुअली से स्टूडेंट first student is trying to write something, is pondering a lot, maybe math exam चली थी, ये छुआटी लिखुची, second छुआटी कौन करुची एक्चुअली, what exactly is it?
सर ता साइड ऊपर जोड़े मजाक करची सर साइड ऊपर टी लिख
लिखुची बाय एमती माने पूरा ये कर दो. ओके ओके. सो ए प्रोसेस टा हमें कौन कहउछन, हमें कहउछन सर he is disturbing me. Hey, why you are touching? No, neither is touching, neither is disturbing. He is doing something else. And what is that? That is something called poke. He is poking. Look, suppose, let me give an example. Here is a person. Suppose eta bhabantu gote person, okay, sitting. Let's look at my hand. Apan dekhuchanti mo, just look at my finger, and I am putting it straight and trying to do. This is called poke. Okay. Whether this is called poke, or suppose I am taking a object. Pen is an object. Okay, I'm doing like this. So this is also called poke. We do a lot of poking. केमती poking करंती, आपन को घरे गोटे साप पसी जाई, तो सापटा पिटी सारला परे आपन एमती करंती, poking करंती. Why? Just to check it whether he is alive or dead. Okay. Or somebody sitting like that, you are trying to poke. So this is called poke. This is poking. Okay. He is not touching, he is not disturbing, he is poking. Just putting like this. So this is called poke. You can do to your finger like that. Straight for a finger. So this is called poke also. Okay. You are trying to poke. Other thing is that if you don't use your finger, you can use a sharp object like munya joda, right? So you are trying to do like this. This is also called poke. Okay. So the right word is called poke. So what you can say? Poke is called jab or prod. Prod means aghata pahunchaiba. Upon jetole janku emti karanti, obviously it is jab or prod with one finger or a sharp object. He poked Benny in the ribs. Upon dekhuchanti, this is called rib. You are doing like this. This is called poking. Okay. This happens in football. But World Cup challenge upon dekhibe, somebody is putting like this. This is called poke also. You are trying to poke. Okay. That you are trying to poke, you are trying to rip, like poking. And let me give you the things you can check it out. Here, he was poking a fish with a stick to know whether it was alive or not. Suppose there was a fish, upon the rakichanti, like you are putting in your like rakichanti gote jar with rakichanti, you are trying to poke it. Okay, gote upon gote sharp body dhariki, and you are trying to poke it. Poke it, whether it is alive or not. So the third things for your learning from today is called poke. The first one is something called smear. The The second one is called peep through, and the third one is something called poke. This is called poke. Okay. The next one I'm going to give you. Okay, this is quite interesting. Okay, what you can find it out? Jodi, this is like this is like cat pack or a brakes or any materials are there. Suppose here is something called red. More red jo jinsati achi. If I'm just going to push it, then what is going to happen? What is going to happen? If I just push it, I'll push it little bit.
ସବୁ ପଡିଯିବ sir.
So everything, because then it will push this one, then it will push this one, it will push this one, it will put this one, and this ball will roll down, and it will push this one, and all the things will come to this place, and the last one will fall down. So mate kuhantu, this is something called life exercise. ये जो जिनसटा कुआ गला, it happens every day in your life. देखो मोटे छोटे example देबी, like अपन जानछन सर fuel price बढ़ी गला पर, suppose एटा fuel price बढ़ी गला, देखिए सब essential item गुड़ा करो कि माने बढ़ी जिवो कौन पाई, because of fuel price बढ़ी गला, transportation price बढ़ी जिवो, transportation बढ़ला माने सब जिनसर दरदाम बढ़ी. Okay, suppose देखिबे जे आपन को जनक सहित झगड़ा हे गला, आपन पड़ोसी सहित से छुआ मधुर भी कथा था. चलो तो अशोक सर we are friends and we are neighbors, किंतु आज अशोक सर कर मोर आज ऑफिस रे झगड़ा हे दी. देखिए मु हम घरे आसी कहि जो अशोक सर सहित कथा था, से भी सार को कहि नै ताक सहित कथा था. देखिए पिला माने भल रे खेलुतिले बट दे विल नॉट नो. सो दिस इज कॉल्ड कैस्केडिंग इफेक्ट. त माने गोटे जारु प्रभाव पड़ले इट विल गो टू डिफरेंट एरिया. Cascading effect. This is called cascading effect. A process ta hochi cascading, and cascading effect happens every day in your life. Every day in your life. Just check it out. What is cascading effect? The fourth one that we have chosen is called cascading effect. Okay. A cascading effect is an unforeseen chain of events that occurs when an event in the system has a negative impact on other. When fall down hela, next fall down hela, just check it out. अपन एठी कोंतु एटा को तो मो डिस्टर्ब कर नथिले, किंतु एटा काई पडिबो because of this one. Forget about science. अपन कहबे सर ये बळ देला से ताको बळ दबो, ये बळ दबो, so energy transfer हला. That is something called physics. I am not here to discuss. We are talking about plain things. आमे जेतले इंग्लिश पढिबा, अपन गोटे layman point of view रे इंग्लिश पढिबे. It's not about science. It's not about science. एथिक हबो because this guy disturb this one, this guy disturb this one, and ultimately this guy disturb this one. किंतु यही guy को तुम disturb कर नथि. I have disturbed one because they are in a chain. If you are outside the chain, it's okay. अपन देखुचंती अपन सब समय whether it is a social issue, you are in the chain, you are part of the society. Something happens to the society, you are affected. You are affected. Cascading effect happens. So this is something called cascading effect. तो मु बुझेबार उद्देश्य होची अपन को सर हमें कोठी व्यवहार करी. You can use in millions ways. You can use in the millions ways. देखंतु जनकर बाबा मामा अछंती, बाबा मरि गेले, देखंतु तांग घर भांगी गेला. Obviously lot of things happen. This is the cascading effect of his father's death. अपन जानिछन. This is how it happens. दुर्दिन आसीबो, वो गोटे पर प्रॉब्लम आसीबो. You lost your job. अपन पांचटा लोन कर दैछंती, लोन वाला घरे आसीबे, पाठितुन करिवे, कैस्केडिंग इफेक्ट, घरे सकाळ झगड़ा हबो, माइंड दुश्चिंता रहइबो. कैस्केडिंग इफेक्ट कोन हैला, यू बिकम ए जॉब लॉस, एंड ता द्वारा अनेक गुडे जिंस घटु, नेगेटिव इंपैक्ट घटिला. सो दैट इज समथिंग कॉल्ड कैस्केडिंग इफेक्ट. आज आपनकर बॉस आपन को रागी जाइछंती, आपन दिन सारा अपसेट रहइबे, घरे मध्ये अपसेट रहे, पिला मानु गाली देबे, समस्त गाली देबे. लोग पिलार किछ भूल नथिला, बट कैस्केडिंग इफेक्ट. So this is called cascading effect. So you have to describe it. Upon केमती कबे, will you say that like no, that my boss got angry, that's why I just came and I'm doing like, no, you have to say this happens due to cascading effect. Look, not some beautiful phrases of English. Upon empty English कोंतु जानतु actually there are something called new things are there. किंतु हमें discover करी पारु ना. So these are the way you can discover it. अपन सेटमेंट कहली IDM process रे जानतु image description. अपन देखंतु you are trying to correlate your life. अपन को लाइफ से तो तुलना करो. Yes, this happens to me also. Right? This happens to you. देखंतु अपन को देह खराब होउची. देह खराब होला परे आपण देखु आपण फॉरगेट गुटका खाउछन गुटका टे खाइले दैट इज द इफेक्ट कोन हला देह खराब होला लाइक दैट आपण कर पुणे मेडिसिन खाइले लॉट ऑफ थिंग हैपेंस यू लॉस्ट द जॉब लॉट ऑफ थिंग हैपेन कैस्केडिंग इफेक्ट सो गोटे अभाव रु हजार अभाव सृष्टि चलती बा गोटे प्रॉब्लम रु हजार प्रॉब्लम सृष्टि होती दैट इज कॉल्ड कैस्केडिंग इफेक्ट whether it is economic it in politics anything कैस्केडिंग रो पॉजिटिव इंपैक्ट भी अछि सपोज आपण गरीब थिले आपण गोटे जॉब पाइले देखिबे आपण को पिला माने मध्ये पॉजिटिवली उठी चली दैट इज कॉल्ड कैस्केडिंग इफेक्ट इन अ पॉजिटिव वे सो कैस्केडिंग इफेक्ट नेगेटिव वे कैस्केडिंग इफेक्ट इन अ पॉजिटिव वे सो एवरीबॉडी is governed by certain rules and regulations. We are a chain reaction in a society. So cascading effect happens on it, right? So this is, if you want to give me some example, you can say, look, price rise is happening due to cascading effect. Because you understand, forget about the person who doesn't know. Upon the buji paile na, at least you are right now 16 to 17 people are with me. You understand that the cascading effect hoji gote bodla pore jodi seta chain reaction re samaste rohuchanti. We are in a chain process. So chain process roila pore samaste affect hobe se. So that is something called, look, price rise hoji, everybody is affected. So price rise to dile rehla government pakare apan ko kon problem hela. That is something called anything. A person died, the entire family is being, because they are in the chain, the entire family is being affected. आपन salary बढ़ी गला आपन total family, those who are with you chain रे आपन स्वामी स्त्री जो माने अछंती like no, they are also going to benefit. आपन खाली एका नो, others are getting benefit. So that is called cascading effect. Company growth होउची, all the executives are getting a pay hike, cascading effect. Company growth कमी गला, all the companies executives, some are fired, some are given half salary, cascading effect. So cascading effect, this is called cascading effect. Those who are in the chain, you are part of a system. Whenever you are part of the system, we say you are part of a chain. System means it can be a society, it can be a company, it can be anything like that. Suppose what a political party se hari jaଉଛି देखिबे तांको भितर सदा झगड़ा लागि रही आपण जेतिके रहउथिबे से भी गोटे पॉजिटिव वे पॉजिटिव जिंस होउथि दैट इज कॉल्ड कैस्केडिंग इफेक्ट. So cascading effect happens in your life, so you can use it appropriately in your day-to-day life. Okay. So let me explain it, then I'll take a question. So this is something called, this is science thing, but still I want to describe it. देखो तो इठी, what you can find it out. अपन देखुचन जी, एटा गोटे like no, suppose this is 5 milliliter by 10 liter पानी अछि. किछि पानी आसुची, किछि पानी जाउची. The amount of water that is entering into the system, the same amount of water is going out of the system. So आमे एको कोन कहिबा, what you have to take. देखंतु आपण मानकर भाबंतु ए सिस्टम ता आपण निजे भाबंतु लाइक आपण गोटे फिक्स्ड डिपॉजिट रखिसंती बा यू हैव ऑलरेडी टेकन 30000 इन योर बैंक अकाउंट आपण को किछि प्रॉब्लम पड़ी जाउची आपण 5000 बाहर कर दउछन पुनी 5000 रखि दउछन राइट आपण घरे सेमती मामाकर मिसेस कर झगड़ा हे जाउची बा पुओ झियो भीतर झगड़ा हे जाउची आपण सेही मजे रखुछन आको बुझे दउछन ताको बुझे दउछन यू आर ट्राइंग टू मेंटेन दैट इक्वालिटी एवरी टाइम एंड दिस इज समथिंग कॉल्ड इक्विलिब्रियम. Though it's a science word, but you can use it in different situation also. This is something called equilibrium. Equilibrium means balance. Okay. And remember, collocation is maintain equilibrium. We are always maintaining social equilibrium. We are maintaining office equilibrium. Always equilibrium means like no, you have to balance everything. Just check it out once more. Here the water level has to be same. वाटर देखो जदि एटा कमी जिवो जदि एटा कमी जिवो एटा बढ़ी जिवो obviously there will be no water level. जदि एटा कमी जिवो एटा बढ़ी जिवो ताले obviously it will be overflow. But look, it is something called same water रहउची over the time. एट जति कि पानी जाउची आसुची भितरकू and सेति कि पानी बढ़ी जाउची त माने जति कि टेंशन आसुची सेति कि टेंशन बाहरी जाउची. That's the things called life balance. You are balancing and this is something called equilibrium. You are always maintaining equilibrium in your life, right? आपण एमती करछंती आज आपण पाखरे पैसा नै त्या पाखरे पैसा छै आपण डाक्टर आनुछंती पुनी आपण सैलरी मिलला पर ताकू दे दउछंती. So this is called equilibrium. You are maintaining equilibrium every time. So how can you use the particular situation in life? Look, life is very crazy. Suppose आपण जणे आसिला आपण पा पहले मोर बहुत प्रॉब्लम हे जाई कोन. Look, you can advise him. Look, life is just like you have to maintain some equilibrium. Problem is there. Positive is there, pros and cons are there. So between pros and cons, you have to maintain equilibrium. Means pros are there, cons are there. So there are so many problems. देखो problem आसुची, आपण गोटे गोटे sort out करूछन. जदि आपण sort out करि न पारिबे, ताले problem अधिक होई जिवो. Obviously you will be overloaded and you cannot manage. You will be imbalanced. जदि आपण को जीवन रे problem नाही, तो आपण बेपरवाह होई. So that's why there will be problem, there will be fault, there will be positive, there will be negative, there will be pros, there will be cons. You have to maintain your life. That is called maintaining equilibrium. This is a very fantastic word you can start using from today. Okay. The next one is called, this happens to everybody. आपण कहबे नै आमे करू नाहंती बोली आपण सदाळे करूछन. Okay. What exactly you can check? आपण एठी कोन देखुछन? आपण what exactly you can check it out? आपण देखुछन कि peanuts, बादाम पानी भीतर रखा है. कोन करिया पे आमे ताकू ओडिया रे कहउछन आमे पानी भीतर रखिले ताकू आमे सकाळु खाइबा कांबा सेटा किछि गोटे कामर लागियो बोली. तो याकू आमे इंग्लिश रे कोन कहबा? What exactly these things you have to discuss? How to describe this particular situation? Okay, you can say, sir, peanuts are under the water. Peanuts are in the water. Look, you can say a lot of things, but none is going to help you to speak English properly. And what is the right word? The right word is here. Soak. The right word is soak. Soak means make or allow something. Allow something means here peanuts or anything like that. Upon pani ro a lot of things. Okay, because after that you want to consume it. To become thoroughly wet by immersing it in liquid. Soak the beans overnight in water. I have to soak some things in the water because आपन सेटा दरकार. So whenever आपन पानी भितरे किछि समय गोटे जिंस रखुछंती purposefully, so that you can consume tomorrow or day after tomorrow, like that it is required. बा आपन बिरी आमे जो बिनो पिठा करिसंती पैनकेक करी खाउछंती, तो आमे कोन बिरीटा को पानी रे पकोउछंती, right? Why? We are soaking it. We are trying to soak that material so that it is ready for, it is one of the ingredient to make pancake. So obviously this is called soak, and this is the thing. This is called soak. Anything you put in the water so that it will immerse and it becomes wet or it becomes smooth. That is something called soak. Okay. This is something called soak. Sorry. This is something called soak. Okay. Let me give you the 7th one. After that, I can take it. Look here, a guy. It's raining. It seems he is enjoying. Is enjoying in the rain, whatever it may be. But it's raining. Upon the kuchandi, he is standing in the rain, or he is always enjoying the rain. How say oda hai jauchi. So if you would say that, sir, he is soaked in the water, like the one part of the story, it's okay. Kaina already was soaked kote dei dichi apanu. But what is the right word, you know? The right word is called, the right word is called drench. Whenever you are wet anywhere, तो धरंतु आपण जाउछंती गोटे रास्ता को जाउछंती पड़ी जाउछंती आपण ओदा हे जाउछंती, तो ओदा हवा प्रक्रिया को कहै छै drench. Look, I have given an example here, just check it out. Drench means wet thoroughly. आपण जब completely ओदा हे जिवे, that is called drench. Or soak. I fell in the stream. आपण stream माने आमे जोटा कहउछे कोन झरना. So झरना बुलिया पे जाइथिले, there is a very a beautiful stream somewhere else. You have gone there and you fall down there. You somewhat fell down. So what will happen? You will be drenched, right? I was completely drenched in the rain. So drench can be used in positive, negative, anything. We said, hey, don't go out. It's raining. If you will drench, obviously you will get cold. You will catch cold. Catch cold is the right collocation. Okay. So this is called drench. वर्षा रे ओदा हवा प्रक्रिया को हमें कहउचे drench. Don't use any other word. पानी रे किछि जिंस भिजेबे को, that is called soak. If you are trying to do like this, और होली समय रे आपन को मुहर के रंग मार दउचे, आपन कोन कहबे? Somebody apply? No. Apply is a positive word. Applying message. Messaging होची, like आपन को किछि स्मॉलिंग हे गेला, you are applying balm. Like Moreover, the mundo betha hochi. How can I tell my mom, please come apply the BAM? This is called apply BAM. This is, this is a very, it's not like they're doing like this. This is not erratic way. You know that. Whenever I have a very mild headache or a very bad headache, so my mom is come and putting like this. She's doing it a very harmonic way. So this is called applying BAM. But you are not applying. You are putting it a very erratic way. You are putting like this. You are doing like you are not putting like this all the things. You are putting like this all the things, all the part. So that is something called, I have already informed you. This is called smear. Smear. Okay, smeared with something. The second one, peep through. This is the peep through. They're trying to secretly look at something. The third one is called poke. This guy is poking this guy. The next one is called cascading effect. It happens in your life. This is, you can use it. The next one is called maintaining equilibrium. Maintain equilibrium. This is called equilibrium. Life work equilibrium happens. We have to maintain equilibrium most of the time. Work-life balance. Work-life balance. So balance is something called equilibrium. A very good word. You can use it. And the next one is called, you can say, this is something called soak. And this is something called drench. So there are 7 sorts vocabs you are supposed to use alternatively in your life. I'm sure these words is going to help you out. It's time for me to take your questions because I have already completed 7 things. Now you can ask me any questions you